Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is not financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested right now in Riot, in Mara, Hive, Argo, Bitfarms, HD8K1, TMG, Digihost, Tokens.com, Luxfolio, and DeFi Technologies. Okay, let's jump right into it. I did an interview marathon in the last week or so. Because the market was boring, we're going down or sideways, and there's not much more to say in analysis right now. So I thought, okay, it would be cool to interview some CEOs, some executives, some other people from these companies, and it was a lot of fun. But I think it's now time for me to make a little break in terms of interviews, like 1 or 2 weeks, and focus a little bit more on the news because we have a new month. It's December. We get the operational numbers from the first miners. Hopefully we get a bottom in and move higher in Bitcoin price. I mean, when we look here right now, we touched the 53,000, which should be a support here, an important support level. We have this resistance line here at 60,000 US dollars, and we have another one here at 66 or so. Yeah, so looking not that strong as we all expected at the beginning of the year, because December, it was a great month in the last bull run and in the bull run in 2013. But yeah, everyone is expecting like a huge December, and when everyone is expecting it, it maybe does not happen. So I'm not sure what's happening. I'm long-term bullish, definitely. In the short term, I think everything is possible. It looks like an extended bull run. I would be okay with this. Let's see where we're going. But the 53,000 level here, it's an important level for me, and this really should hold. Otherwise, I will overthink my strategy right now. So Bitcoin a little bit weak here since 3 weeks. We have this new variant out there. We have a lot of fear in the market, and it's correlated with the stock market right now. So when there is fear, everything gets dragged down in the short term. But the interesting part is then how do we recover? So I hope we get the bottom here and then make the next leg up. When we're on the weekly here, we have the RSI here, something like a support line. It would be good if we hold this line here. The MACD here looks close to cross red, which we don't want to see. But when we look on the daily, it looks different. I think we have this resistance line here, which yesterday it looked like we can get through this, but it was not meant to happen. The RSI here is bottoming at the 40-45 level here, like in the last correction in September. And we on the daily here, the MACD is close to crossing positive, but it's still too early. It still can go negative again here. What's also very interesting is the hash ribbon indicator, which is I'm following right now, which in the past gave signals here for short and long in terms of hash rate drop and rise. So when the hash rate drops, this indicator says, okay, the price goes down. That's why you should close the order, or you can do it. And we had a big drop in hash rate in the recent days due to mining pool outage, due to crackdown in China, again on on miners there, and in Kazakhstan there's power shortages and so on. But it seems like it's recovering right now. But so let's see. Overall, I mean the miners drop, but it's not that bad, in my opinion. Let's look at Bitfarms. We're very close to the all-time high, above 10 Canadian dollars. So we're still in this bull flag thing here. Argo is still stable on these low levels here. We want to hold this line here. That's for sure. But when we look here on the LSE chart here, we're holding this long-term support line here. The question is when do we make the move up? And of course we need Bitcoin for this. Hive is a little bit weak right now since we had the warrants here. I personally don't think it was a bad deal. It was single-digit percentage dilution, and more than 100 Canadian dollars, more 100 million Canadian dollars, which should help to expand the operations big time. So I think this will pay out in the long term. HUD 8 is also in this structure here. Let's see whether we can find support here and make the next leg up. Mara, we had this huge drop, but before we had a huge rise, so it looks like we're stabilizing also at the $50 level. I bought some Mara here, down here. It was a little bit higher than we are now, but I'm okay with this. Let's see where Mara is going. Also Riot, since we had this breakout here of this long-term downtrend, we're moving higher. Yesterday was not a good day for most mining stocks. Also DMG is looking weak again. We really want to see some news here. I don't think it's enough to post the exahash or the petahash on the website live. That's a nice thing, but institutions and so on, they don't look at the website and check the hash rate. We want to have press releases, and we want to know how many Bitcoins they mine, because it doesn't mean anything if you have a lot of hash rate and you don't mine any Bitcoin because your pool is not finding any blocks. So that's very important for me. So I really want to see from DMG now the numbers. Show me the money, please. Digihost. Digihost, also this long-term support line here. It's holding. It looks like we have a bottom here. Again, we need Bitcoin now. With Digihost, people are waiting for something like dilution, I think. They have the Nasdaq listing now. They have more than 400 petahash now, which is a big increase for Digihost, but the stock is doing nothing. So I don't really know what is holding it back. Maybe the fear of dilution. But let's jump into the news. First of all, Riot announced yesterday they acquired ESS Metron, a premier provider of highly engineered electrical equipment solutions. Riot is building one of the biggest mining facilities, if not the biggest Bitcoin mining facilities in the world. And they need a lot of infrastructure there. I think they said something like we have like 250 low voltage transformers there ordered and so on. So it's huge. They need switch gear, they need cable. You cannot believe how much electrical infrastructure they need to power like these 10 exahash or so in mining equipment. And to secure this, they bought this supply here for 50 million, 25 million in cash, and 715,000 shares. So that's less than 1% dilution. Not a big deal in my opinion. And this helps to hold the timeline, and also to be a vertical player like Bitfarms. They always said we want to be a vertical integrated pure Bitcoin miner, and I think Riot is following the same strategy. Build a good team there, acquire companies. Also Bitfarms has their own electric company there. And then it makes possible to build this huge facility there. So I really like this move because infrastructure is becoming more and more important and more critical in times of supply shortage. We have no numbers from Riot so far for the month November. We have news from Mara. So Mara ordered something like 133,000 Bitcoin miners as 19 from Bitmain. And I think 30,000 or so they are deploying for themselves in the Montana facility there with this 3 exahash. But then there are another 100,000 miners. I'm not 100% sure how much a miner weighs, but I think it's like 20 kilograms, 15 to 20 kilograms. Let's say 15. So I think that's 1,500 metric tons. You know how many blue whales these are? Let's say a blue whale is 150 tons, so that's 10 blue whales or 100 elephants or whatever. So that's a huge amount of chips and metal and a lot of stuff there. I think we always see the numbers here, but we also have to imagine what a big size this is, and that will not be deployed within a week or so. I think that's for sure. So they will host them at Compute North facilities. Compute North, one of the biggest hosting providers in North America, maybe in the world, I don't know. There's Core Scientific and there's Compute North and a few others. The CEO, I think, is Dave Perel, by the way, which is on the board of Hive Blockchain, if I'm still correct here. Could be wrong. I haven't checked this so far. Yeah, they host the miners from Mara, like 10 exahash, and on the other, and the price is gonna be like 4.2 cents is the hosting fee. Where is it? Cannot see it right now. That's interesting. Here it is. $0.042 per kilowatt hour. This is electricity and hosting. I think this is a very low rate because, yeah, I mean, it's the electricity and the maintenance and everything. So we have to see whether this is really completely fixed or it's at the conditions right now. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a cheap rate. But Mara is the market leader. Yeah, they're able to secure these rates here, which is, yeah, very low. Yeah, the next 280 megawatt site in West Texas is expecting to begin operating in the first quarter of 2022, with the remainder of the mining facilities expected to be constructed and operational by the middle of 2022. So, yeah, I mean, we know that they delayed their goals for the end of the year from, I think, 8 exahash or so to 4 exahash. Something like this was expected. Now the big goal is, okay, can they get to 13 exahash at the middle of 2022? I think there will be delays again for miners and or infrastructure. But yeah, if they can get to 10 or 9 exahash in the summer next year, it's also very big. So yeah, huge growth here for Mara. Very interesting. Yeah, and also, I mean, in Montana, they have a lot of a big carbon footprint because of their power generation there. But yeah, they are focusing now on renewables. So we can see here, additionally, given that the primary energy provider is one of the largest generators of renewable energy from wind and solar in North America, we now have a clear path to continue expanding our mining operations with renewable power in the United States. So they're telling us that they will use a lot of renewable power here, and yeah, that the carbon footprint is getting smaller in relation to the operation. So Marathon's mining operations will be approximately 77% carbon neutral, so that's also important. Yeah, next one is Bitfarms. Bitfarms was very fast this time, or is always, with the operational update. I really like this, but also the numbers are always very good. They mined 339 BTC in November. I think this is again one of the best numbers then. Maybe only Mara and Riot will be above them, and Hive with their Ethereum mining operation. Yeah, they have now 2.1 exahash. And Bitfarms is always, yeah, with the BTC per exahash, it's always, yeah, the number one in the last few months. They have a very good uptime, it seems. Yeah, they have now in the first 11 months more than 3,000 BTC mined. 11 plus BTC daily mining right now. It's at 59,000. It's close to $650,000 a day in revenue. That's a lot. If you multiply this with 365 days, yeah, you can come to a revenue above 200 million or so. Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, also they received new miners, 3,588 S19j Pro Bitmain miners here, and 400 microBT, so they have a little bit of mix here. There will be some miners coming in the first half of December. Also, they ordered 1,200 S19 XP, so that's the 140 terahash miner, which will be delivered in 2022. I think it's going to be late then. Yeah, we have this new site there in Washington State with 24 megawatts, and they want to build like 75 megawatts there. They have an memorandum of understanding. Yeah, and the goal is still 8 exahash at the end of 2022. Yeah, and when we see the monthly numbers, we have a growth. We can overall see a growth. I mean, in summer it was higher, okay, but that was due to the big difficulty drop due to the China exodus. But overall, from 200 now to more than 300. So Bitfarms is outpacing the network hash rate growth. It's growing faster. And that's also what Ben Gagnon said in the interview. That's their goal, to outpace the hash rate growth, the network hash rate to be faster. So overall, very good stuff here. Yeah, then we have Digihost, which is since a while my BMXI leader, but the stock is not really performing great so far. So we're still waiting for something big. I mean, the numbers are getting big. We have 69 BTC now mined in November. Also, they sold some older machines, so we have an additional 10 BTC from this. They hodl now 571 Bitcoin, also 1,000 Ether, which is also appreciating right now. They received a lot of new miners, 2,700, by the way. Yeah, and you can see the growth rate here from January 33 to now 69, so it's more than doubling. So they're also outpacing the network hash rate growth big time. And we're also listed on Nasdaq now. So the question is, what is holding them back? By the way, they are now at 415 petahash, so they doubled their hash rate in the last 2 months from 200 to 415, and the goal is like 1.2 exahash at the end of Q1 2022, so it's also a little bit delayed here. So I think people are still a little bit scared of potential dilution because the miners always need cash. But overall, in my opinion, they're very undervalued. Not financial advice, but let's see where Digihost is going in the upcoming month. So the hash rate was dropping a little bit in the last few days. So we have some news here. Cryptocurrency mining in Kazakhstan is leading to power shortage. So it seems like miners getting problems there to get the electricity. They're shut off and so on. That could be a reason. Another reason is that China increases the investigation for illegal miners there. So it seems like there's a lot of shadow mining happening there, maybe a small scale or so. And they're trying now to find this out and to crack everything down and to put people in jail. I don't know. It's insane. But what we can see here on the monthly, here you can see it's going down. We had huge drops. Also, there was a mining pool outage here from maybe an attack or so. Yeah, on the 1 year you can see it better. This was the China exodus. Then we had a nice recovery. But since 2 weeks or so, we're going stable or even a little bit lower. I don't want to see it going much lower because that would trigger the hash ribbon indicator. And I mean, for the miners, it's okay because the difficulty stays stable or even goes lower. We can see the last one was negative with minus 1.5%, and the next one is expected in 10 days with minus 1%. So it's not big, but I don't want to see a big drop here, and I think we will not see it. We will stabilizing here and then start at some time the next leg up. We get a lot of pictures from the miners here, for example, for Argo. They're building their Texas facility here. We have the roof, steel construction here now. They're starting to build the walls. I really like this, that the miners are starting to communicate more and more because, the investors also want to be a little bit entertained, especially in the times when the stock is going sideways or down. You need something like a personal relationship or so with the company. I mean, I always say it's about numbers, and it is about numbers for investing. But it should be also a little bit fun. And with these pictures, this helps to be not bored from this industry. So it looks like Riot is receiving miners here, a lot of miners. That's a lot of weight. We can see here Chad Everett is always posting this stuff. I really like this. He was also on my YouTube channel 2 days ago with an interview. It was pretty cool. Another pictures here. I think this is building D, which is gonna be an air cooled again, like the others. And here is building F, which is like this sprung structure. Looks like a big tent. And they are. It's bigger. Here they are deploying the immersion stuff. That's one of the 2 immersion buildings they're building there. Also very interesting. And great pictures, by the way. So we have HUD 8 mining. This is the Drumheller facility. The containers, we already know them. It would be cool to see more stuff from the new site there in North Bay. Hopefully the construction there is going well. And they said we will have 1 exahash more at the end of the month. And it's going to be interesting. With less than 30 days to get 1 exahash online. But they have now the GPUs online, which has an incredible cross-mining margin. This helps a lot. It was a very good move from HUD 8. I know a lot of people say, this is shitcoin mining and this and that. But overall, they're paying out in Bitcoin and with a very low cost. And they had to do something to improve their efficiency. because yeah, with the older mining equipment that was not so great. And I think that it was the right move at the right time. I don't want to see them going full ETH mining, and that's what they are not doing, and that's good. But it was a nice addition at that time. Also, Hive blockchain is expanding in Sweden, like 10 megawatt of mining capacity. I mean, in Europe, there's always a little bit FUD about, okay, proof of work, it's wasting too much energy and this and that, and we want to ban it. I don't think this will happen, but this is my personal opinion. And yeah, it seems like Hive is expanding there. The good thing is that Hive has like the GPUs in Sweden. And they have no Bitcoin mining over there, as I'm aware of. So if there is coming a ban for proof of work, the worst case, they could switch to other applications with their GPUs. So I think that was smart to have the GPUs there in Sweden and the Bitcoin mining in Canada and in other locations over there. Yeah, but first of all, I don't think this could happen there. I mean, everything could happen right now, to be honest, but I hope this will not happen. So very happy about these pictures here, this facility in Boden, which make a lot of money with the Ethereum mining so far. Yeah, then we have Bitfarms. This is the bunker. Bitfarms is very opportunistic in choosing mining locations. They use buildings there, they build for other purposes and retrofit them and yeah, put miners in there. And they're really successful with the strategy and very fast. So they don't need to build these facilities from the scratch. They use these buildings. So these are different strategies. The miners are using different strategies now, also with diversification, global decentralization and so on. Really like what Bitfarms is doing, that they're choosing different locations like Hive blockchain, for example. On the other side, we have like Riot, for example. They're all in Texas in one huge facility. Right now, everything is great in Texas. But I also like the decentralized approach here. Yeah, I think that's it so far. These are the news. I mean, Bitcoin is it's struggling a little bit here. It's testing again our patience, and the miners will do, and also the other stocks. By the way, I bought a little bit of DeFi Technologies and tokens.com. Why? Because I think they have a big potential, and I like a little bit of diversification. I'm not sure. I mean, they're already very high. I mean, it could be that it was the top here and we're going down. So yeah, I'm thinking when they're dropping, I will increase the position, and if not, I will keep it. That's the strategy here. So I don't want to be 100% in mining companies, but I think so. The goal is something like 70-80% or so right now. Yeah, and I think that's it for today. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.